rage like real. I ain't taking L's in Madden all year.
Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's Rage Rail. So in today's video, I want to go over this tight slots halfback week mini scheme in Madden 23. So if you enjoyed this video, go and drop a like on the video right now. Go ahead and sub and turn those post notifications on. So happy new year to you guys. I do hope you guys are safe. Hope all you had an amazing new year. So in 2023, man, we're going to try to do big things on this channel, and we're going to kind of continue keeping the ball rolling with these great schemes, great gameplay, and things of that nature. So also CFL, it's free CFL for the PS4 league. We're still waiting on a couple more people. If you guys are interested in that, please visit my website, allthingsmadden.com, and like I said, it's free. You literally just go through, select free CFL, and then at the end you'll get a Discord link and join in the Discord, and then you want to actually go check the pinned messages, and then you'll be able to join in the league. And man, we'll be excited to have you. So hopefully we can get this started. I really want to get the CFL gameplay to you guys. I know it'll be a lot of fun. So free CFLs, also ebooks. If you want any ebook at all, make sure you check the website, allthingsmadden.com. The link is in the description, and I have about 14 different formations, offense and defense. So just check them out. They're $15 a piece, about at least 30 minutes per video for as far as content wise on those ebooks. So really great value for $15. So anyways, with all that out the way, let's go ahead and dive right into this video. So this video is a little weird. I'll explain it more when the gameplay starts, but for now, I want to talk about personnel. So for personnel, I like to personally have my best receiver where DJ Moore is in this particular spot, and I like to have my second best or my second fastest receiver here, and your number 3 receiver should go here. So number 1 receiver, number 2 receiver, number 3. All right, so the play that I actually want to go over in today's video is going to be this mesh spot, but this playbook, well, this formation has a lot of great plays. So X out can be a good play. If you set it up, you can make a nice flood concept out of that, or you can make a nice post kind of concept. A lot of stuff you can make. Now this actual flood play right here can bomb a lot of coverages with that little post right there. He can actually bomb a lot of coverages. And let's see, 4 verticals. This is actually really good 4 verticals play. You guys already know about this. If not, I may do a separate video just talking about 4 verticals, but I didn't want to talk about that in today's video. And also sticks switch can be good for killing every single zone coverage. And of course, RPO zone could be good if you catch your opponent trying to do like a zone style blitz. Works really, really well versus that. So got a lot of options. Also corner stop can be set up in a nice way since you have all those delay routes. You got a delay flat and a delay halfback curl route, so those could be utilized to beat if you're not sure if your opponent's gonna man blitz or not. There's things you can do to set it up. So aka there's a lot you can do with this offense, man. That's all I wanted to say. So what we're gonna do is start off with mesh spot. Now for the defense, I actually want to talk about 2-4-5 double A gap because it's still a pretty meta-ish defense. So I'll just use that to base everything out of. Now what I'm gonna do here is put safeties right here because most of the time your upper level players are going to have safeties at these linebacker spots because they're probably going to be using one of them. And what I'm gonna do here is kind of switch it up. So I'm gonna take Darnell Savage out. I'm gonna put Nixon here, and then that should move Stokes to the outside. And we got Darnell Savage. Okay, cool. So we're good just like this. All right. So what I'm gonna do here is just come out and I'm gonna come out and cover 3 just for now. So what I'm gonna do is back the ball up. And we're going to back it up all the way to the X mark right here. So what we're going to do now is kind of just talk about how I would attack this defense. So how I would personally attack this defense. And you're going to see it in gameplay. So for one, you want to try running the ball. Now, when you run the ball, I like to ID one of these 2. And when you run it, it's very important that you don't hold R2 while you're running the ball. You want to not hold it, and you want to be able to turn up and then get in that gap. So the only thing is this 2-4-5 double A gap does a pretty decent job against the run from what I've seen. There's not really much you can do. It depends on who their user, if that makes sense, because sometimes they'll wash them out the way, sometimes they won't. Notice how right there we get a good hole. So it's vulnerable to this inside zone, but it all depends on where their user at, right? So for the setup that I want to give you, you want to take square, you want to put them on a streak, you want to take circle, you want to smart route as well. So before I smart route, this is what it looks like normally. So when we smart route it, notice how it's ran a lot more at an angle. So it's going to break on this route a lot sooner is what I'm trying to say. So notice how it's going to take them a while to break on this particular stock one. And when we smart route it, notice how it's a lot smaller. So what I like to do next is motion this guy out. And lastly, you want to take the running back and put him on a curl. So this setup right here will beat every single zone coverage in the game, and it will beat man coverage. So versus zone, you're looking between triangle, R1, and you want to hit circle late. Now, normally you're going to have much more time to throw it on the sideline, but I didn't sub out in the defensive lineman, so pressure is going to be in my face just about the whole time. And what I want you to pay attention to is this, though. So if your opponent does not call hard flats, you're going to have this throw just about every single time. Now, obviously, this purple is going to be breaking down on it, but you could throw this ball right here and possibly make this guy miss and get more yardage. Or if you're on like a short yardage, this is really great to have. Now, this is good because if your opponent's using this hook zone right here, he's going to have to turn and run with this, right? So when that happens, I actually like to grab this guy and playmaker him, you know, this way or playmaker him that way. You have options, and the reason why you have options is because these double drag routes are going to push out the outside zone. So notice how the outside zone's falling down. We'll be able to throw this like you see me. And if they zone drop, you know, if that guy's up here or something, then we'll be able to just throw our drag. Or if they zone drop this guy up here and use this drag, then guess what we can do? We can just throw this backside drag, if that makes sense. So there's really a lot that you can do out of this. And real quick, I want to show you what I was talking about. So getting the setup square on the streak, smart route, circles route, take R1, put him on a curl, and you want to go ahead and motion this guy out. Now, what I was trying to explain to you, hopefully I have enough time to do all this, is let's say for some reason you didn't like anything that you've seen. So what you can do is, yeah, I didn't think so. They didn't give me enough time. But what you want to do, you want to step up in the pocket. Actually, I want to show you this, okay? So what I'm going to do is just spy these two so I can show you. And again, in game mode, you'll have plenty enough time to do what you're seeing me do. It's just practice mode. You don't get a ton of time because I am on all Madden practice mode. So what I was trying to explain to you is what you'll do is you'll step up, and then notice how I grab him and I'm able to move him. So I can move him up, or I can move him out, I can move him left, or I can move him right. So that's what you can do if the play breaks down. But your read progression is always going to be, you want to read this drag because for some reason it really gets open a lot, this one in particular. So you read this drag to this running back to this route up here. Notice how this route is going to climb all the way up there. That's an easy throw. But worst case scenario, what I was trying to explain to you is that you can grab that guy right here. If you step up in the pocket, now you can playmaker him up, you can playmaker him to the right, to the left. You have options is what I was trying to explain the whole entire time. So now I'll show you versus cover 2. Just keep everything consistent, but I really love this setup versus really it works versus everything, okay? So, but I love it a lot versus man coverage, but it works versus everything for sure. So this is cover 2, and cover 2 is going to be literally the same exact thing. So look at R1, and then what happens is watch circle is going to actually man match with that. So if they leave that mid read will man match. But there is a cover 2 bomb in this particular playbook with the play flood. You can bomb cover 2 if they want to leave the mid read in cover 2. Meaning if they want to leave this guy right here in cover 2, they're giving up a one-play touchdown to this. It's a post route that's ran by this guy. You can set it up to where you'll split the safeties. And I'll go over that in the ebook. But anyways, you can tell versus cover 2, you're going to read right here with the running back, or you're going to dump this ball to one of these drag routes looking to get some yardage. So, or if your guy's better than that mid read. But last thing we'll talk about before we dive right into gameplay is man coverage. So a lot of times you're going to get mid blitz, so you're going to get something that looks like this. And again, I love to run the ball versus this look, but if somebody wants to run mid blitz, what I would do is actually take square, put them on a streak. I'll block my running back. I'll still smart route circles route, and I'll take triangle. Either A, I would run it just like this, or B, I'll take triangle, put them on a slant. Now, I love this because we have a progression read, so we're going to look for the slant first, then we're going to look for circle, and we're going to peep the drag. So really you can go peep the slant, peep the drag, and then you want to look at circle. So that's how I like to do it personally. So notice what happens right here is that circle, we'll be able to have him if we have time. Now, the only thing that sucks is if you block your running back, sometimes this does happen where the person guarding the running back is going to kind of turn into a deep zone cover. So that's why he broke the way he did. But if you have time, a lot of times you'll be able to throw this ball up in here before. But as you can tell, they were just, you know, absolutely coming. Like I said, he just didn't even touch dude. But anyways, you can kind of tell what I was reading. So like I said, I love to peep this slant. And the reason why, I should explain real quick, the reason why I like to peep this slant is because he's not on the line of scrimmage. So notice how he's off the ball. Now, when he's off the ball, that just means that they don't press him. So if you notice, he gets a press animation. Let's see, he's on the ball, so he should get one. So notice how he gets a press animation, and notice how our tight end obviously is off the ball and our slot receiver. So This is why I like my third player here, because he's not going to get pressed. So at this point, it's just, is that guy better than that cornerback? And he is. And that's why I like to peep this slant first, right? And then we like to come back to the drag, because normally the drags are going to be open. And as a last read, I like to wait for this route right here to progress to about right here, and then you want to deliver that strike. But anyways, that's going to wrap it up for practice mode. So let's go in and dive straight into the gameplay. So this gameplay is a little weird. So we're starting off on defense. Should explain to you how weird it is. And this is kind of why I stopped playing online so much. So right there, we get a beautiful lurk. I have no clue why my opponent threw that. He definitely should have known that was going to happen. But anyway, it was to get a decent return. But you guys are going to see, this is kind of why I don't like playing gameplay, because it's just, when you're talking about regs, it's just so much weird stuff that happens. There's so much things that are out of my control, and you guys are going to see that here. But what we're doing right now is setting up our roster. So like I said, I like to have my fastest receiver where DJ Moore is, my second fastest on the other side, and then of course my third receiver is going to go in that slot position since he can't get pressed. Now my opponent's going to come out in 3-3-5 or 3-3 cub, whichever one you want to refer to it to. So at this point, I'm thinking, you know, it's going to kind of be a sweaty game, because you know, most people are going to run the little zone blitz, or they're going to run man coverage. It depends on who you're playing. So second ago, we got down to the one, we ran the ball, didn't get it. So on third down, we ran a different play, and we were able to get in the end zone for the touchdown. So right here, you can tell we're back on defense, and now it's 2nd and 5, and I didn't get the setup how I wanted to, but he threw it directly to my player, and we're going to try to get out of there, and we're going to try to put together a drive of offense on our own. But my opponent actually makes an early exit. So again, really weird. In that game right there, my opponent literally didn't play anything. He just sat there, and he was ranked like 752, which I thought was really odd for him to be the person to just not, you know, play, if that makes sense. Like, I'm pretty sure probably something important came up or something, but still, just odd how that happens like that, you know, like back to back. So this is actually the third game, and in case you guys don't know, I'm still doing the thing where if I win with a team, I just go to the next team. So that's why in 3 different games I had 3 different teams, just because I've won in weird ways in all, well, 2 of them, excuse me. This is the third game, so I won in just weird ways, right? So right here, the reason why I love this setup too is because a lot of times it might not make sense, but that backside that slant, when you put that slant on the field, for some reason it really gets open against a lot of coverages, right? So right here, I was thinking cover 3 possibly, but I wanted to run the ball just to kind of see if I can run, and I seen a gap right there, but I just couldn't hit it, and I don't have run stick, y'all, okay? I'm the first one to admit it. I'm terrible at running the ball. That's why I pass the ball so much, just because, I don't know, it seems like it's something I should be good at, but I don't get the animations that other people get, and I don't get I don't get any of that stuff, man. But right here, I'm more than positive he's going to be playing man cover, so I'm really looking at square, and I looked at triangle, I peeped him, and we're going to pretty much just get the easy touchdown. So like I said, this formation is good because that slot receiver cannot get pressed, okay? He cannot get pressed. He literally can't. So that's what makes it just extremely good, because you always guarantee to have a receiver get a free release off the ball, and you have a tight end that's going to get a free release for man coverage, you know, so you're really only having 2 receivers getting pressed. Now right here, I'm expecting him to be playing man, so I was actually going to look between circle and triangle here, but when he came out, he actually played cover 3. Really good job by my opponent, because I was not expecting him to play just straight cover 3. And we did not have the right play cooked up. So what we're going to do here is actually try to cook up the right play. But I want to go ahead and flip the ball, because I didn't want to run the ball towards Vita Vea or Levante David. So I thought this would have been the smarter play. But I just couldn't hit the gaps. And like I said, man, y'all see the gaps that be there. They be right there. But I have the world's worst run stick. I don't know why. God didn't bless me with being able to run the ball and pass the ball. But right here, 37, and this is the setup I told you guys about. It's such a good setup, man. There's 2 ways you can run it. Either you can motion square out, or you can motion circle out. But I personally like to motion square out. And like I said, look at R1. I had circle over the middle too, but I wanted the for sure first down. I didn't want something goofy happening, so I just decided to go with my drag route. And you can see why I said this play is just really good, just because it's gonna cause a lot of confusion for the user, and they're not really gonna know where they want to go. Especially when you put this whole scheme together, it's just turned into, you know, something amazing. And right there, like I said, literally the worst run stick. I should have cut the ball up immediately. I tried to hit the B gap when the A gap was wide open. So I don't know, man. I don't know how I'm so bad at running the ball, and I played running back in high school and college. So I don't know. I don't know how I'm bad at running the ball. But anyways, this is another setup that I really love. But I love it versus zone, and of course he's gonna play man covers. I was expecting him to play cover 3, but really shout out to my opponent because he's actually mixing up his defense. And I know that's a weird thing to shout out, but you'll be surprised how many people just don't mix up their defense when they play this game. They just come out in one thing. Maybe they've seen it on YouTube. Maybe they just seen their friend run it, and they just come out and just run the same exact thing, you know, just game in and game out. So like I was explaining to you before, I really love that slant right there, because for some reason those hook zones just do a terrible job of guarding it, you know. You would think that since there's no flat route coming that it won't be open, but it's one of the slants that actually does get open, you know, one of the rare ones. So right here, he played cover 3, and it kind of looks like man, but I'm not sure. But I just wanted to test it out and see if it was zone. Hopefully it was like a zone blitz, but then of course it's all out man coverage, and we get a great animation right there. And we go put some little stick work. Ooh, hold on. We're gonna put some little stick work, you know, show off a little stick. I don't even know if that's still considered stick, but we scored. I don't know what y'all doing for stick work now, because I'm a little behind on the loop as far as like mechanics that are new, because I'm still on current gen. So all you next gen, you know, stick users out there, how did that look? Because I don't know how to have stick on next gen, I should say. So anyways, right here, I really love this setup right here. We're just really just gonna look between the slant and the crosser, well, the post I should say. And we chose right, and we got the post. So yeah, man, right here, this is pretty much gonna be the last play of the game. So he was running the ball a lot, and we really made a play. So but I'll just let you watch. Yeah, so overrated right there, I know. But that's gonna wrap it up for this video though. I do hope you guys have a blessed day. I'm Rage Real, and I'm out.